When I swallowed the cheesecake, I felt a burning on my chest. And I said, what was that? I said, I wonder if it's what I had for lunch today.
That was the first sign that something was wrong for theatre and media practitioner Rosemary Murray-Tinglin, who had a heart attack in 2017. Little did she know that while she was hanging out at a friend's home and enjoying some delicious food, that disaster would strike. And nothing could have prepared her for what came next.
I started to feel a burning in my back, like in my rib cage, around the back in between the two shoulder blades. So I told him to loosen my bra. And was one big joke about how the llama burned me till it all reached around my back. Then I felt an urgent need to go to the bathroom. When I went to the bathroom, the burning got worse. I realized that my hand was numb. So I was holding up my right hand in the air, and I realized I couldn't do anything. The burning was bad. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I couldn't breathe. So I said, you know what, let me try and reach them. So I pulled up halfway and kind of dragged myself along the corridor to the doorway where my friends were at, and I said, hospital. Cut the long story short is that I had a major heart attack, and they sent my blood samples down to check what they call the troponin levels, which is what tells you what is happening with your heart. And they said it was high, so I had to go up to the university hospital. Luckily, my brother was there at the time. He works in the MRI unit, or worked in the MRI unit, and facilitated them to give me some fast attention.
Health experts say family history is one of the key factors in heart disease. Consultant cardiologist Dr. Lisa Hurler-Clark explains more about this connection.
90% of patients with hypertension are what we call primary hypertension, meaning that there is no real reason for it. It's most likely family history, and maybe 10% are what we call secondary hypertension, meaning that we have a cause, for example, kidney problems or a blood vessel problem that cause the blood pressure to be elevated. So that 10% is a small number of the patients with hypertension. So the majority of patients with hypertension in Jamaica, it will be because of genetics, family history.
I knew my mother had heart problems. I knew my grandmother had heart problems, but never in my wildest dreams did I think that this would have happened to me.
Having survived the heart attack, Rosie's journey to recovery began, and with the support of her devoted family and her medical team, she made the necessary lifestyle changes that would see her on her way to recovery.
And I started physiotherapy, and I went to the gym, and I started doing gym work, and I started the fight back. And by March, I was able to go and do a very first presentation. I think it was a workshop, an actor's workshop. And by the end of that year, I did a one-woman show, The Marilyn Story. Opening night was 3 hours on stage, me one. Doing The Marilyn Story. So I'm saying all of this to say that not because you have a heart attack, not because you have been faced with any kind of medical crisis, it means that you give up on yourself. You need to find out what is the road to recovery, and you need to work on that. So I changed my diet, I stopped eating meat. People say vegetarian diet boring. Well, me decide me go find all kind of exciting ways to make the food nice because me love food. And yeah, it has just been an awesome time of self-discovery, of recovery, of realization, of even aligning myself a lot more spiritually, because I do think that God saved me for something. He saved me for something, because I came that close.
Rosie's story is a powerful one, showing that heart health awareness, family history, and a healthy lifestyle can make a difference. If you or someone you love is at risk, now is the time to act.
Persons should visit their doctor 2 to 3 times per year to have their blood pressure checked. Right? And if they have a family history of hypertension, you may want to go more frequently, or you may want to start getting measured earlier than that.